Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daphne and today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite cheesecakes, and it's a no-bake cheesecake. My personal preference is no-bake cheesecake because the baked stuff, to me at least, tastes like dry and it's like has a weird texture and stuff. So I don't care for that as much, and I feel like it's not as flavorful. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I have to say about that, and we're going to get to the recipe. Okay, first thing you should do, pull out your whipped topping. So this recipe calls for 16 ounces of whipped topping. I just got frozen kind. I know some might prefer to make your own whipped cream. Totally fine, or whipped topping, totally fine. You can definitely make that, but you need 16 ounces. So pull these out of your freezer. If you have them in your refrigerator already, great, but pull it out of your freezer so it can thaw. It doesn't take too long for it to do that, but that's the first step. Also, pull out your cream cheese. You'll need about 2 cakes of them, almost. You need 11 ounces of cream cheese. So let's get on to the recipe.
We are going to start off making our graham cracker crust. For that, we will need a cup and a half of graham cracker crumbs. I used honey graham crackers. Then you can find your favorite food processor, break it up, and put it in there. This just makes the crumbs much more fine and a really nice crust. We will continue this process until we have a cup and a half. For this recipe, I did 2 cups. It's optional, but I'm using the extra for an extra decoration on the cake. After we have it all crushed up, we combine the graham cracker crumbs with half a cup of melted butter. Along with that, we're going to put 1/4 cup of sugar into our mixture, and then we are going to mix it up until it is all combined. Next, we want to take a nice large glass pan and spray it with some spray. I did olive oil. I used butter before to grease it, but it just did not do the trick. So next, you want to put the graham cracker crumbs on. Just take a small measuring cup and you can press your graham cracker crust into your pie tin, and just take out some extra. If you don't want to take it out, that's fine. You'll have an extra thick crust, but we're going to use that for decorations. So just flatten it out so it's nice and even. Then when that's done, we're going to put it into the refrigerator. For the cream cheese cake filling, we'll need 11 ounces of softened cream cheese that we pulled out in the beginning of this video. And we are going to beat it in an upright mixer until it becomes a very smooth consistency. And that can take anywhere from a few minutes. When that is all whipped up into smooth consistency, put in 1 teaspoon or more of vanilla extract, and then add in 1½ cups of powdered sugar. I did it in ½ cup increments. Then add in 3 tablespoons of milk. I had a little mishap, but it was still all good. Then when all the ingredients are incorporated, you want to mix the cream cheese and the ingredients together until it is a really nice, smooth consistency. And that will take just... I love seeing all of the ingredients come together, and this part of the recipe just looks so cool. Next, you will want to put your 16 ounces of whipped topping into your... After you have all the whipped topping in, fold in gently. It takes a little bit, but it is so worth it. Just keep on going. It's nice. When you are finished, it should be combined that there is no color difference. Next, take your pie crust out of the refrigerator and put your filling into the pie crust, just reserving a little bit for decorations. Next, you'll just want to take your time carefully putting the whipped cream cheese mixture nicely around. You'll want to have a nice, smooth surface to decorate on. For this cake, it is going to be a birthday cake, so I'm going to divide my cream cheese filling into 3 parts for pink, light green, and dark green. And don't forget to put an apron on so you don't get dye on yourself. Here I'm using some gel coloring. I just put a toothpick in and then add as much gel as. My favorite thing about this cake is all the decoration is made out of the cream cheese mixture, so you don't have any of that yucky icing. I will never go back to the original way of making traditional cakes. This is amazing. Now that you have your mixture dyed, you will take some Ziploc bags, just cut a little hole on the one corner, and then put your cooking tips, if you have them, into there. Once we have our mixture in bags, we're going to take food coloring, this spatula, our white filling, our pink filling with that nozzle for flowers, and then we have our medium green with a nice tip on it, and then our dark green with the same kind of tip on it. Then we're going to take our graham cracker that we saved from earlier, and we are going to make some fun hills out of it in just a minute. Next, we'll take our pink food gel, take a toothpick, just get a little bit on, and then you're just going to smear it over your spatula. And it's going to give us a really fun effect when we put it down on the cake. We're just going to rub it on the cake until it becomes this really fun kind of painting a look to it, kind of like a desert sunset. So now we're going to take our breadcrumb that we saved from earlier, and we're just going to bring it around, make some hills and valleys and stuff so that we can have a fun desert. After we have the graham cracker crumbs the way we want it, you can take your filling and start decorating. Warning for all of you decorating, since it is the actual cream cheese mixture, it does not come out like regular icing, so you'll have to play with it a little bit more, and it will not want to detach from your bag as easily. So just keep that in mind, but the great thing is, if you mess up, it is very easy to just take it off like that and put on some new. Next, we're going to put on some white dots and then some nice pink flowers on top for accessories. After that's done, we're just going to write a happy birthday greeting. I ran out of green icing, as you'll see here, so I had a mistake, but that was fine. I just took off the top and put some graham cracker crumbs underneath, and we used the last of our white icing to fill in. This is a super fun and versatile way of making any cake for any occasion.